Hello everybody, the Quiet Atheist here yet again with another very interesting video for you guys today. However, as usual, before we get into anything regarding this video, I do want to let you guys know that the article in its entirety will be provided in the description down below for everyone to take a look at if you guys are interested, of course. Now, when it comes to this particular story that I want to share with you guys today, it is a story that I have talked about in the past. And in that previous video, I talked about how angry I was. I talked about how disgusted I was with these bigoted Christians who obviously think that it's okay to discriminate against gay students at this particular high school when it came to their prom. I talk about these issues all of the time to the point where I'm literally blue in the face. But I do this with one specific intention. I want as many people as possible to be aware of these bigoted assholes. I want as many people as possible to be aware of this bigoted fairy tale and what kind of influence it has on people today. Because we see this behavior all of the time, everywhere, plain and simple. We see how these bigoted Christians treat the LGBT community. We see how these bigoted Christians discriminate against the LGBT community pretty much any chance that they get. This is disgusting behavior, and personally, I think that this disgusting behavior should be stopped. These people have to literally realize that the LGBT community are human beings too, and I have talked about this again and again and again. But I will continue to talk about this with that specific intention in mind. Now, this article by the Friendly Atheist starts off by saying a group of Christian students and their parents from Sullivan High School in Sullivan, Indiana, don't want to go to their own prom because gay students are allowed to attend. These bigoted idiots, and I want to put emphasis on bigoted, they think that, these gay students are horrible individuals and that they don't deserve to be at the same prom that they are in. This is how horrible these idiots are, man, and it offends me. This type of behavior offends me to no end. And what bothers me the most about this whole situation, guys, is the fact that these Christians absolutely have no problem treating these gay students the way that they have been treating them. And that's what bothers me the most. It seems to me that these bigoted Christians absolutely have no conscience at all in any way, shape, or form. And they will never have a conscience when it comes to this fairy tale of theirs. So yesterday they gathered at First Christian Church to make plans for an alternative prom that would ban gay students. This is how pathetic these Christians are getting, guys. Their idea is to create a separate traditional prom. Students say there are several others from their high school who agree but are afraid to take a stand. If we can get a good prom, then we can convince more people to come and follow what they believe, said student Kenyon Johnson. And now they want everyone to know where they stand, basically. And they said, and I quote, "We want to make the public see that we love the homosexuals, but we don't think it's right, nor should it be publicly accepted," said a local student. Several local pastors support the separate prom movement. Christians have always been prepared for a fight. Jesus gave us armor for the front, not the back. "We're not running anymore," said Bill Bagley with Carlisle Church. And I think, the Friendly Atheist really hit the nail on the head when he said, "I would love to know what they all think is going to happen at a prom that allows gay students. Because as a teacher who has chaperoned a high school prom multiple times, I've seen what straight kids do at a dance. I've seen what Christian straight kids do at a dance. Whatever these people are afraid gay students will do, I promise you, straight kids are doing things that are way more inappropriate." And I want to take this opportunity, guys, to put emphasis on inappropriate. And the Friendly Atheist continues to say, "Who knew you needed an alternative Christian created no gays allowed prom in order to grind against the wall with your date?" It brings to mind what happened to Constance McMillan 3 years ago when her school canceled prom for everyone, just so she couldn't attend with her girlfriend. Now, do you see, guys, how pathetic these Christians are? In this other story that, the Friendly Atheist was talking about, This school where this girl attended basically canceled the prom because they didn't want this girl to take her girlfriend to it. This is how pathetic and homophobic these fucking idiots are. The bigots have a Facebook group called 2013 Sullivan Traditional Prom, where members go to great lengths to convince people they're not haters. They just want to make life miserable for gay students, especially ones who have the audacity to hold hands and smile and make themselves known in public. Our first suggestion would be that the school administration ask the same-sex couple or couples not use this venue, the Grand March, to demonstrate their sexuality because it is offensive to many and would be demonstrating before minors. These Christians are retarded, guys. I'm going to say this now. They think that, people sharing love with one another is horrible. They think that it's gross. They think that it's perverted. And they are some of the worst hypocrites I have ever known about, because they perfectly think that it's fine for them to share their love with each other. But when it comes to people who are different from them, they don't want them to have the same privileges. This is where that hypocrisy comes in. This is where that bigotry comes in. This is where that hatred comes in. It makes me fucking sick to no end. And these Christians continue to say, so our wish is that the school officials and board return to the traditional couple stance in the same way Indiana only accepts traditional man and wife marriages. We encourage you to show support for the teens in our community that are standing up for what they believe is right. Their position is based on the Bible's stance against homosexuality and its acceptance in society and in our schools. It is very difficult for many of our high schoolers to stand up against peer pressure, our permissive culture, and mainstream media, and yet many teens are standing up concerning this blatant demonstration that is not in accordance with God's word. Please keep in mind that we love those who participate in homosexuality, but that does not mean that we love homosexuality. Just as it has become their civil right according to our society today to attend the Grand March as a homosexual couple, it is our teens' right to speak out against such a public demonstration. Many believe, as our teens do, this is not the venue to demonstrate a homosexual lifestyle. And I think, this is horrible coming from these bigoted Christians. They continue to push this agenda time and time again. And I think, the more that they get away with this type of thing, the worse things are going to be for everybody. And I know, like I've said many times before, I know that these bigoted Christians really don't care when it comes to their fairy tale, right? They have their own narratives that they want to spin. They have their own agendas that they want to push. It's disgusting. You have to appreciate how honest that phrase is according to our society today. If these Christians had it their way, in other words, LGBT people would never have gotten civil rights in the first place. But if the law says they have to be treated equally, then the Christians will just avoid them at all costs. Yeah, I have to agree with that. Because these Christians, again, are that pathetic when it comes to this fairy tale of theirs. It's like that one time Jesus said, "What? There are people who don't agree with my beliefs. Fuck that, I'm out of here." It's in the New Testament somewhere, I'm sure. And it's something, again, guys, I want to talk about for a little bit longer. This article is a big article, but I don't want to read the entire article to you guys because I'm pretty sure that you guys are aware by now of what this article is about. But when it comes to these bigoted Christians and their fairy tale, they won't truly be happy until they have literally taken away the rights of everybody, even if it's women, the LGBT community, or simply people who think differently from them. This is how they are designed. And they try to disguise their treachery with all of these alleged beautiful words, if you will, right? They try to spew these lies, They try to lead people down a false path. They try to pull the wool over their eyes, if you will. But we can see how phony they truly are. We can see how immoral these people are time and time again. And I have to laugh because the more that they do this type of thing, They show us just how horrible they can really be. They show us just how immoral they can really be when it comes to the interaction, when it comes to society in general. These people continue to spew their hatred. They continue to spew their propaganda. They continue to implement their homophobia in society as we know it. And they do this every day, and they absolutely have no fucking problem doing that. And like I said before, that is what fucking bugs me the most about these people. They won't stop until everybody is miserable, But let me know what you guys think down below, and I thank you guys for watching.